Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixie Land. My name is Amy. I am an ordained minister, and we are in Bible study. We are in the NIV, and we are in the book of 2 Samuel, and we are in chapter 21. The Gibeonites avenged. During the reign of David, there was a famine for 3 successive years. So David sought the face of the Lord. The Lord said, "It is on the account of Saul and his blood-stained house. It is because he put the Gibeonites to death." The king summoned the Gibeonites and spoke to them. Now the Gibeonites were not a part of Israel, but were survivors of the Amorites. The Israelites had sworn to spare them, but Saul, in his zeal for Israel and Judah, had tried to annihilate them. David asked the Gibeonites, "What shall I do for you? How shall I make amends so that you will bless the Lord's inheritance?" The Gibeonites answered him, "We have no right to demand silver or gold from Saul or his family, nor do we have the right to put anyone in Israel to death. What do you want me to do for you?" David asked. They answered the king, "As for the man who destroyed us and plotted against us so that we have been decimated and have no place anywhere in Israel, let 7 of his male descendants be given to us to be killed and exposed before the Lord at Gibeah of Saul, the Lord's chosen one." So the king said, "I will give them to you." The king spared Mephibosheth, son of Jonathan, the son of Saul, because of the oath before the Lord between David and Jonathan, son of Saul. But the king took Armoni, Armoni, and Mesobesheth, son of Aiah's daughter Rizpah, whom she had borne to Saul, together with the 5 sons of Saul's daughter Merab, who she had borne to Adriel, son of Barzillai, the Meholite. I'm going to spell all that because it's like, did you say all those letters? I don't know that I did, so we'll be fair. Adriel, Adriel, Barzillai, Barzillai, and Meholathalite. Okay, I think I threw an eggshell in there. Molatithite. They handed them over to the Gibeonites, who killed and exposed them on the hill before the Lord. All 7 of them fell together. They were put to death during the first days of the harvest, just as the barley harvest was beginning. Rizpah, daughter of Aiah, took sackcloth and spread it out before herself on a rock. From the beginning of the harvest till the rain poured down from the heaven on the bodies, she did not let the birds of the air touch them by day, or the wild animals by night. She protected the bodies of her dead sons. How sad. When David was told what Aiah's daughter Rizpah, Saul's concubine, had done, he went and took the bones of Saul and his son Jonathan from the citizens of Jabesh Gilead. They had been taken. They had taken them secretly from the public square at Beth Sha'an, where the Philistines had hung them after they had struck down Saul on Gilboa. David brought the bones of Saul and his sons, and his son Jonathan from there, and the bones of those who had been killed and exposed were gathered up. They buried the bones of Saul and his son Jonathan in the tomb of Saul's father Kish at Zelah in Benjamin, and did everything the king commanded. After that, God answered prayer. After that, God answered prayer in behalf of the land. So, ending the famine. Wars against the Philistines. Once again, there was a battle between the Philistines and Israel. David went down with his men to fight against the Philistines and became exhausted. And Ishbi Benob, Ishbi dash Benob, one of the descendants of Rahapha, Rapha, whose bronze spearhead weighed 300 shekels. We've got a footnote of 8, or about 7.5 pounds, or 3.5 kilograms. That's a pretty heavy spearhead. And whom was armed with a new sword, said he would kill David. But Abishai, son of Zeruiah, it's really how I would say that. It's Zeruiah, came to David's rescue. He struck the Philistine down and killed him. Then David's men swore to him, saying, "Never again will you go out with us to battle, so that the lamp of Israel will not be extinguished." In the course of time, there was another battle with the Philistines at Gob. At that time, Sibbecai, Sibbecai, the Hushathite, Shushhathite, killed Saph, Saph, one of the descendants of Rapha, Rapha, in another battle with the Philistines at Gob. Elhanan, 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 son of Jaare, Jaare, dash, next word, Orgim, Ore, like ore in the ground, Gim, which has a footnote of B, the son of Jaare the weaver. So now we know what Origim it means. It means like the weaver. The Bethlehemite. Sorry, it's got a hyphen in the middle of a long word in another language. Bethlehemite killed at the Bethlehemite killed Goliath the Gittite. Okay, so Bethlehemite location, person from Bethel, killed Goliath the Gittite. So we got a footnote. A Hebrew, the Septuagint, the First Chronicles, the son of Jaare, killed Lahmi, Lahmi, the brother of Goliath, who had a spear with a shaft like a weaver's rod. A weaver's rod is very long. If one is making, like, think of it as if you were trying to weave like a curtain or a blanket, something big, and you were hand weaving instead of like with a loom process. So you'd need a big long stick to be able to slide all the thread up all at once. In still another battle, which took place at Gath, there was a huge man with 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot, 24 in all. He also was descendant from Rapha. When he taunted Israel, Jonathan, son of Shimeah, David's brother, killed him. These four descendants of Rapha and Gath, these were the four descendants of Rapha and Gath, and they fell at the hands of David and his men. So, more than just Goliath in the forms of what would be the giants, because these are all like brothers, because Rapha was also Goliath, was from the same. So, fell by David's men, including one of those brothers of David, because remember, David had several brothers. You know, he was the youngest of, I think, like 7 was the number. So, there you go. So if we want to find out, when we're almost done, we only got a couple more chapters left, and then we're on to the next book in the Bible, if you can believe that already. So, if you want to find out what happens in the next part of King David's reign, you're going to have to come back tomorrow, friends.